I think Hapthor in 2018, I don't mind saying this, was the strongest absolute strongman of all time. Hapthor in 2018 until today.
One of the toughest strongmen in history, right here.
It's not a beauty contest. This is strongman. Have to be alive. If you can't do that, then on the way we
go. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome. No Radzi here today, but Giants Live Strongman podcast still marches on, and with Eddie the Beast Hall and my partner in rhyme, Darren Sadler.
In
hey.
rhyme? Partner in rhyme, not in crime.
I have no idea.
In rhyme. Are you any good at rhymes?
Not really, no. Not really.
No, I thought we were a boy band.
I don't think that's going to work.
We're a bit old for that. Anyway, Ed, we have you here, sir. It is the end of World's Strongest Man. Obviously, we can't talk about the result, but I tell you what, Tom Stolman did cracking well.
Yeah, he did all right, yeah. Not a bad result at all.
He did very well. Unbelievable, isn't he?
Well, I don't know how he finished, really, but hey, 4 World's Strongest Men in the final at WSM. That wasn't too bad, was it?
There was just some brilliant moments this year, weren't there? When you look back over it. Unbelievable. Novakov is just so tough, isn't he?
He is, he reminds me of, and I'm sure you'll agree, he reminds me a lot of Mariusz Podnoski.
Definitely.
Just that attitude and that, laying it all down on the table, so to say. Most of the events, Alexis Novakov, his nose popped, he was like pissing blood, and he's literally goes to the point he passes out.
He wasn't the strongest Alexei Novikov he's ever been, but I believe he's got the strongest mind and the strongest mind he's ever had. And I think he put it all together with a body that was 97, 98% there and actually stepped up. We can't talk about it too much, but by God, did that man
It can't have been the greatest setup, though, for the show when you think about it. What's going on in his country. It was never going to be the perfect setup.
No, he's got it going hard. Sorry, he's getting all the smoke.
I'm going to say the wind's blowing the wrong way. I'm not even smoking. I'm getting more smoke than you two.
To be fair, I mean, swap the shoes. So imagine in our country, we're getting invaded, and your hometown's getting smashed to smithereens, and you got family all over the place, hiding in shelters and stuff. That's stressful. And when you're stressed, you don't perform well. So fair play to Novakov.
You can't even imagine it.
You could see he was stressed at Europe's, and now we're a few months on, the war's a lot deeper, and you could see he was so stressed. Like just talking with Novakov, he's very quiet, very very sort of very focused.
You put your finger on it, Ed. Everyone's skirted around the topic, but you're right. There's no point in pretending it isn't. It's been a horrific few months for everybody in Ukraine.
Do you not wonder, though? Obviously, he won Europe's Strongest Man, convincingly, and he's done really well here. He's had some moments where he's dug in. I wonder whether, you push a bloke so far, maybe you see what he's made of. Maybe that's what you've seen.
Yeah. No, yeah. They've brought out the best in him almost.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I said something to someone earlier, and this might annoy Ed, but I think it'll show I'm maybe not quite as evil as all that and fair. I think Hapthor in 2018, I don't mind saying this, was the strongest absolute strongman of all time. Hapthor in 2018 until today. Until today, I think Tom Stolman, if he did well, may well have matched what Hapthor managed to produce as a body in 2019. I don't know what you think. As in, all-round body of excellence. Yeah. Very hard to beat in any event by more than 1 or 2 places. Do you know where I'm coming from with that?
No, I agree with that.
It was Tom's to lose today.
Yeah.
It was Tom's to lose. Barring mistakes, he was winning that show.
Really? I have no idea about what the final
result was. Possibly.
Okay, right. Let's just talk. Let's just pick one little slice of life. How cool was the Flintstone lift?
That was cool. It was nice to see that sort of replicated back. Was it 1995 the last time it was done?
Yeah.
It was nice, I've seen the clips. They still circulate now of, Gary Taylor, Magnus Ver. Mm-hmm. Was that the era of Jamie Reeves as well? Was that a bit after that?
I don't think Jamie was in that. He'd
Just
gone
retired.
by then. Yeah.
Just retired.
But I remember Gary Taylor. I remember you see the clips of him pressing it up and easily.
Well, Gary did 210 to win it.
Yeah,
but Gary was a bigger presser than that, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, it was an easy 210.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with that. You could have done a lot more. And it just goes, I think most guys in the final did 210, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it shows how much the sport's evolved in terms of strength and athleticism and
Can I say something?
science.
I mean, I'm not going to say who it was, but how can a 6'9.5" man with a snatch grip bully up 240 kilos and smile? That's insane.
It was
Crazy.
insane.
You have to spend your whole life Olympic weightlifting and be shorter to do that kind of
Nobody
stuff. It's
expected
madness.
that. Nobody
It was
expected that.
off the scale.
I think it was pretty cool as well. Like, obviously, the backstory of, we were chatting among what events we should do, and Jim, who sort of coordinates things, says, we've still got these old stones, should we throw them away? You know what I mean? That's how it came up. We're like, why don't we just use them? Literally it was like that, wasn't it? Should we get rid of these things? They've been here for like 20 years. We're like, well, why don't we just use them? And now it's like, how cool was that?
Yeah. Do you know? I think a lot of people would be interested to know whether Mr. Eddie Hall, who was king of the presses, along with maybe Z, how would you have done with that, Eddie?
I think I'd have done well, but I don't think I'd have won the event.
Yeah.
For being honest, I wouldn't have done the behind the neck.
You were more of a strict presser, weren't you?
Yeah, I would have done what Mitchell Hooper did and walk it out front. In all honesty, I mean, it's all about the training, isn't it? Stuff like that, you have to get the training right. I think I would have walked it out, just leant back and bench pressed it. When I've proven I can do 216.
Yep,
but that was in an axle, and that was wasting energy getting it up, and that's a lot harder.
I think you'd have been up there, to be fair. Do
you
you know
would
who
have
I'd love to see do it? Is Iron Bibby.
Oh, yeah.
Baby's he's
what's he
done
pressed?
265.
265 kilos above it. Then he tore his abductor,
He
didn't
did, yeah, he did. I think I'd love to set it up where Bibby can do that somewhere. It'd be so cool.
And he did that in the front, right? That wasn't behind.
Yeah.
That was.
that
It's
was
ridiculous.
out the
It's
rack,
insane.
out the rack, and just leant back, didn't he? Just
I'm not sure Bibby will be flexible enough to get it. Maybe he's quite flexible, but you've got to be really flexible to get that behind your neck without hurting your shoulder.
No, but I just don't think he needs to.
No, probably not.
Here's a question: would it have been touching his chest?
No way.
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
Only with Bibby. Anyway, right. Okay. Next topic. Let's leave WSM there because the TV show will come out. You're very much a part of it. Obviously, I put my voice on it. Past tense. Daz, you were the ref of it, so we best just leave it there. There is a show coming up soon, Ed, and there's a rumor. Back out of retirement, at least for a little bit of the show. Yeah. The world team, the nations, too much sunshine.
Nation.
Thank you, Daz.
World's strongest nation.
World's strongest nation. I've heard from Robert Oberst, who's putting together the American team versus the UK team. You have accepted the captaincy of the team.
I have.
And Oberst has been speaking, and he does not think that the UK team is worthy of going against an American team. But he's accepted the challenge. He's putting together his crew right now.
Right.
What have you got to say, and what crew are you going to put together to take him on? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm not sure if he'll even get a crew. But will anyone want to partner up with Oberst?
Come on, he's popular, Oberst.
He's talking big time, to be fair. He's talking about putting a big crew together for it.
Okay. Well, let's think about what crew he could get. I mean, what big Americans have they got at the minute? So they've got Brian Shaw, got Evan Singleton,
Trey,
Bobby Thompson, Trey Mitchell,
Kevin Ferris.
Jerry Pritchard today asked. He's keen to be part of it.
Yeah, okay. There's a good team to be selected if they want to do it and team up with Oberst. UK guys, let's have a think. Definitely the Stoltman brothers if they're up for it, which I think they will be. So we've got Luke and Tom Stoltman.
So let's say your pick, and we know we can get these guys. So let's say your pick. So
okay,
let's say the team that you're picking.
You've got to be strategic about this. Okay, you can't just pick the top guys. You've got to pick people for the events.
There's going to be a full range of events.
Okay, there's definitely going to be grip in there, isn't there?
Yes.
So
obviously the women are a part of it.
Mark Felix straight away then.
Of course.
That's like a banker. That's one event won straight away.
Yeah, agree.
There's going to be an overhead.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Luke or Tom, they're both the best, overheads. There's going to be a deadlift. Yeah. So Adam Bishop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Adam Bishop.
Yeah.
And you're only allowed four men?
Well, but there's maybe wriggle room, but it depends.
Four men.
Okay.
Four men at the moment.
4 men, 3 women at the moment we're talking about.
Okay. Okay, so that's the four then, isn't it? Bishop, Felix, and 2 Stoltmans. I mean,
And
that covers all angles.
Are you happy to potentially come out of retirement and do a little something?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of something. I'm not sure what, but maybe
How's the claw?
50-meter swimming race or the Eddie Hall lookalike contest. That'd be a good one.
Who's got the name closest to Teddy Ball? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Obus.
Yeah, I'd be up for doing something. I mean, my shoulders are still very strong.
Oh, yeah. What if he had his shoulder off with Obus? He's still a competing athlete.
Yeah, I think I'd do all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever lost to Obus in a shoulder contest?
I think once he beat me in Australia, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did
The
211,
log press.
didn't
Yeah,
he?
if you
I
remember,
was impressed
I
with that
bust
day.
my tricep the week earlier at the Arnolds, Ohio, and then we flew out to Melbourne, and we did the log press. And
You were full of excuses. You couldn't deadlift. Oh, you did. You broke the world record that day, didn't you?
I was battered. I was absolutely battered that day. Yeah, but yeah, he did the 213-kilo log, and I bowed out at like 190 because my tricep was on fire.
Sorry to just go on a total random trip. Do you remember that day?
Yeah, of
That was
course.
still
I do.
one of the most insane
yeah.
days in history.
That's the day the beast was born. That was the.
It was.
That was the beginning for me.
It's a beautiful. It just reminded me of a beautiful. I remember going out the back of that and maybe smoking a stogie just like this. You afterwards going, "What the just happened in there?"
So what was it? So that was 4-6.
463.
4-6-3.
No. It was 462.
Was it? Oh, it was.
6-1
yeah,
was done in Leeds.
Yeah.
Benny.
6-2, yeah.
6-2 by Ed in front of Arnold.
And then
Yes.
Leeds again.
That was the
6-3.
moment. That was the moment when Arnold put his hand up and Ed chose not to high five Arnie.
Yeah. I blanked Arnold. Too big time. Too big time, you know.
Hey, by the way, did you ever do that? We allowed to talk about that film you were working on. Did you ever?
What, recently?
Yeah.
Which one? The Expendables?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just said it, so. Yeah, I mean, that's coming out late in like the summer this year.
Is Arnold
anytime.
involved this time?
No, I don't think Arnold was. No.
No?
I know. I think they tried to get him on. Obviously, he snapped his calf or something and couldn't really travel. But yeah, no, the cast is insane. Like Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone, Randy Couture. They're all in there.
Star-studded.
You met Statham, right?
Statham, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, he's incredible. Like, when you meet celebs, when you meet like Schwarzenegger and Sylvester, they are
Eddie.
Yeah. But they're a different world to us. They are a different level. They're talking, when they have conversations about money, they're talking, talking about lighting and whatever else and this and that. And it's like, a couple of million here, a couple of million there. You're just listening and you're just like, fucking hell, bit out of your realms this is. I know, but Statham, I walked on set and Jason Statham sort of ran up to me and was like, oh my God, I cannot believe you're here. Eddie Hall, world's strongest man, blah, blah, blah. Just kept going on about
So
the
he
deadlift.
more than knew who you were.
Oh, he knew about my swimming background
cool.
and he proper fangirled on me. It was incredible.
Really?
It was
flattering.
It
How
was
flattering.
But I just thought to myself, what a nice, humble guy to just be like that. Not really care who he is, but more like talking, like making a point about me and sort of making me,
You do
build
know
me
what
up
his
a little
background
bit.
is, right?
Yeah, Olympic diving. Yeah,
Diving.
That's
Yeah,
what
Olympic
I
diving.
was thinking there was something to do with swimming there, yeah.
That's why he's in such shape. That's why he can do all those moves.
Yeah.
He was I think was he a 10-meter guy?
Oh, I can't remember. But well, I've seen the videos of him. Yeah, in mint shape, and obviously that's where he's got his athleticism from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got to say this: of all the celebs I've met, I've met a lot. He is definitely the most humble and the most down to earth by a nautical mile.
Yeah.
Like really nice guy. I've got his number. Like I texted him literally only a few weeks ago. Like he always responds within a
You
day.
fanboyed him.
I did. We fanboyed each other. No, but we keep in touch. He's a super nice guy, and I feel like it's a great contact because he's sort of stepping into that Sylvester Stallone world, of like becoming. He's done all his acting career. Now he's becoming this like producer director sort of role, and that's what he'll go into. So he's a good guy to keep in your phone book,
Definitely, yeah. Wow.
Can you hook me up? Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
So we're talking team show.
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Bringing you back.
No, it's
Yeah.
Rancy's not here to keep
I'm gonna have
us in
Statham
control
on
of
my
it.
team.
So we've got Felix, Bish, 2 Stoltman.
2 Stoltman, and then we're going to move on to the ladies.
Yeah, so we've got three ladies to pick in Team UK.
Okay. Well, obviously, the number one that springs to mind to me is Donna Moore,
I think she's won World's Strongest Man 3 times.
world's strongest woman. Yeah.
Woman, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, she has.
Say that.
I've always been quite pally with Donna as well. So yeah, I'd 100% picked Donna
Yeah,
straight away.
She's been out there doing it for years now, and she's just she's such a great ambassador as well.
She is.
We had her on the show a few weeks back, actually.
She's a really nice girl.
Yeah.
Really nice to get, really easy to get
And to
along
be
with.
fair, she said, no, the sport is strongman.
Yeah, she did. No, that's what she said. She called it strongman. She won't call it strongwoman.
No,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
Strongman, yeah.
Well, that's where it originates. Andrea Thompson
Good
would
call.
have to be, yeah. Would have,
So she's
just because she's
won
like
it
the
once,
max
is that
deadlift and
right? I
everything.
think she's won it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild
And
power.
then
Yeah.
Rebecca Roberts.
Ooh,
I think they've got to be my top three.
she's tough.
So,
she's tough.
so Rebecca's current world's strongest woman, isn't she?
Current
Yep.
world's strongest woman.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So is that a final?
Well, I think so. The three world's strongest women. Yeah.
That's a hell of a team.
Three amigas. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
do pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
The,
I mean, what
the
would
female team there takes some beating, to be fair.
Someone's
You've
got to get
What's the
Oberst on the
US?
phone.
What would be the USA lineup?
There
for the
is
women?
some really good girls in the US that done official strongman. Really good, but that's for Oberst to decide, really.
We'll have to get them on.
Yeah. So that's cool.
We'll find out. Right, okay. So we now know that the teams. Kind of being me, I like to skip around in conversations because I'm ADHD. Ed, let's flip over to the world deadlifts, which
Yep.
is a classic, right? Okay, first of all, what about that dude who sumoed 505?
Yes.
And I have to say,
502.5 was it, or
it was
505?
502.5,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
it was.
It was massive.
And probably like a lot of people, you get caught up in, it's not proper deadlift, strongman style.
I'm sure the guy weighed about 110 by the way.
That's very crazy. Maybe even
it was
105,
Was
mate.
it? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But you were one of the first to jump in and say, boom, hat off. Do you think, and well done, I have to say, we all have to say, that it's a hell of a lift. So if you're watching this, you're the man. Polish guy, right?
Yeah, I
Polish?
think he was, yeah. I
Anyway.
forget his name, so sorry. But yeah.
Should we ever allow sumo in the world deadlifts? And that's a big one. I hate to put you on the spot on this because you were so nice and so praising of this fella, but it needs to be addressed.
I think, hell, fuck it. Why not?
I think it's a different lift, if I'm honest. That's what I think. I think probably Knox is a different lift. But there's been a debate about this for a lot of years, let's be honest. But it is a lot more of the back comes out of it and it's more legs, isn't it?
Here's a question. Have we ever actually stopped anyone doing sumo?
We have a World's Strongest Man, yeah. And,
A world
and a lot
strongest man,
of
but I'm
shows,
talking about just the world deadlifts.
Well, to be honest with you, there's never really been anybody like that have, to get an invite just to compete in the deadlift. You've got to be pulling close to a world record. Not obviously, other guys are all doing the full show. So we've invited people like Jerry, obviously people like Ivan and Pavlo and all these people like that that have been pulling well over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anybody do that.
And so that guy Jamal is real close, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He's real. I mean,
480
impressive.
is it? 485. something.
Maybe even higher.
Yeah.
Really
It's a
impressive.
conversation. We're like,
I think that's the good point, Darren. Is it's never really been like we've never really seen massive sumo pullers until after.
I wonder what this guy
The
can
first
pull.
deadlift champs.
Conventional though, what can he pull? He must be strong anyway.
Here's an interesting fact, and I say it's a fact. It's not a fact at all. I'm gonna invent a fact. Someone told me that there's more sumo pullers than there are traditional deadlifters in powerlifting now. Is there
in IPF, there's a lot of sumo pullers. Yeah, I don't
in
know about
IPF in
more.
particular? I've heard it's as much as like 65-70% now.
For some reason, a lot of the females in IPF seem to pull like that.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, but
Biomechanics.
I'll say this, right? At one point, and we're probably talking about 2015 to 16, where I pulled the 516, and I did go through a phase of training sumo deadlifts. I did, and I did it because it really transfers over to yoke really well. Now, the most I ever pulled sumo was, I'm sure, top of my head, is 400 kilo, and and it nearly snapped my back.
Wow.
Like, not for me.
Wow.
So
My
in your
body
opinion,
shape,
it's not easier then.
no. Not for me.
Is it body shape then?
It's a body shape thing. I do feel as though these shorter guys, more slender, smaller legs, able to get it in closer, get that position right. I do think it suits different people. I don't think you'll ever see a big guy like Brian or myself or any of the big guys, Jerry Pritchett, pulling sumo.
No.
You just won't.
No.
You won't do it.
And I tell you, the guy we were talking about, I believe his name is Zistov Wierzicki. And Zistov
Someone's just
Wierzicki-
told you that. Be honest.
No,
You
not at
didn't
all.
just remember that.
Well, how else would I know?
I think that guy over there just told you.
What are you talking about? Those who are listening on podcasts, there's no one else around. I don't understand what Daz is
So
saying.
with the world deadlift championships, obviously you've got Ivan Makarov, you've got Mitchell Hooper, who's pulled like 475. Ivan, who got close to the 505. We've got Pavlo Koriaka.
Yeah.
We've got Bish,
Yes.
who's making a run for it. Who else have I missed? There's a few guys that are making a run for it. Who do you think will pull 505?
I think the most likely as of now is Ivan Makarov.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
He's gotta be the top
We're getting
contender.
some abuse from Africa. Van der Linde.
Van der Linde's pulled quite a lot.
455 without a suit.
Yeah.
Right,
Without
okay.
a suit. Did you ever pull that much without a suit?
Yeah, I have actually.
You have actually. Okay.
Suits don't always work with everybody like that, do they? A lot of people can get pretty close.
I never trained with a suit. I always trained raw right up until 2 weeks before any show, and then I pop a suit on and just get used to it. But I train raw. I didn't even wear a belt.
Do you not find it difficult to get into position though? With that, like putting a suit on is a lot harder to get into position.
It's harder. Yeah, of course it's harder. But it just gives that little, for me, in terms of what does it add? Virtually nothing.
Safety, do you think?
Nothing. Safety.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
takes
I agree.
that bit of brace in the hips, and you're able just to get that little bit of spring. And
So
it
you
just
know what I was
takes
thinking about
the
Makarov,
danger
right?
factor.
Obviously, we're all there when he had a go at the 505. Like his pull's quite short. He's got such long arms, and I know he failed it, right? But if you look at where he was, he's got to get it about that far
it
above
was
his knee.
so close.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have to get
Once
that
you get
high.
it past the knee, you've virtually got it.
Especially that guy.
Yeah, and
He's
he
got
got it
massive arms.
just like on that. I call it like the tipping point. You know, you can get it to a certain point, and it's like balancing an egg on a wall. And it's like, is it going to go? And
Yeah.
once you get it past your knees, you've got it.
So
you think
close.
about it. You know, anyone can sort of, well, not anyone, but most guys can pull 500 kilo from that height. Most guys can.
You're on about pro strongman here, right?
Pro strongman. Sorry,
Can
sorry.
they?
Most guys in the
Yeah.
strongman
Yeah.
circuit can pull 500 kilo from there. So once you get it to there,
Yeah.
that's the hard bit. From there to there is the easy bit in essence.
What are you thinking about Hooper? Like, 'cause I think he's just crazy the way he's coming into it.
Mitchell Hooper, man.
Where's
If you haven't, go check out the other podcast because Mitchell Hooper from Canada. He's run wait for this. He's run a marathon. He's run 3 marathons. His fastest 3 hours and 24 minutes. I mean that's
and he was like 110 kilos when he did that.
That's insane.
he's done professional golf and he's driven a ball in the professional driving competitions almost 400 yards. There's almost nothing this dude can't
Played
do.
hockey as well.
He's played hockey.
Yeah.
Go on, give us the skinny on him. What do you think?
Well,
You think
he's amazed me, to be honest. I think, he's only just started doing strongman this last couple of years, from what I gather, and it's during the lockdown. I think he's done 5 shows. This World's Strongest Man was his first sort of international representing Canada. End of the day, you could be as strong as you want to be in the gym, but transferring it to strongman is a different kettle of fish. So, what we've seen of him is, I think, a very small percentage of what he's actually capable of.
Do you know he went from 435 approximately to 475, I believe, in about 6 months? That's how much his deadlift improved.
I can believe that.
So you think about that and you think, can he get to 505? I mean, he was talking more about 510, which is incredible, really. He's got some confidence.
Hey, if you can go for 5'10", then go for it.
he's got some long old arms, isn't he?
Yeah.
See him in that power stairs. He was made it difficult there, didn't it?
Yeah, no, that's true.
That's true. That was almost hindered him actually.
I mean, one thing you always had was that you had confidence in your training regime and what you could do. You always believed you could do it, and I see that in him.
Yeah.
He's up for it.
Yeah.
He's not nervous.
That's half the
He's
battle.
confident.
Yeah, that's half the battle.
Do you not think he's looked so relaxed during that?
Yeah, no, he does. He does. He's smiling through all the, before the whistle blows, he's almost got a smirk on his face.
He skips out to an event, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Unbelievable.
It's great to see.
He's very chilled. What do you think of the new first ever South American Manuel Angulo? Huh?
Oh, he was brilliant. Yeah, he was brilliant. It's nice to see, different representing different countries. It is nice. That's what World's Strongest Man's all about, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who do you think's made big improvements at Worlds this year? I know. I'm picking Trey.
I was going to say Trey.
I can't believe how much better he is.
Oh, yeah. No, he
Okay,
really is.
you say that.
I would say that last year as well.
Hang on, hold the bus. Where did he finish last year? Don't talk about this year. Where did he finish last year? Do you know? Do you want me to tell you?
8th.
Go on.
No, it's better than that, wasn't
4th.
it? Yeah,
Okay.
it was 4th.
Yeah, but look at the lineup though. Lysis wasn't there, but you've got to think there's 4 former champions that have won it in the last few years returning. What he actually did on the pressing, on the truck pull, it was unbelievable.
I mean, we have no idea what he absolutely
Not that we know, but if we did know.
It was the train, the Conan's circle train thing they did.
Yeah.
He won that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was tough.
Did he?
There.
No, did Tom win
no,
that?
Tom.
Second,
Tom
sorry.
kicked everyone's arse out.
Yeah.
I just think he's really, and he looks more relaxed as well.
Yeah.
He looked a bit nervous his last few years. He looks more relaxed.
Yeah. Now, Ed, sadly we can't talk all day with you because you've got your busy man, but just a little finishing chat here. What's up in Eddie Hall's life then? What have we got to look forward to? Are you ever going to box again? Are you ever going to box again?
There's a few things on the cards. I mean, there's a boxing contract being sniffed under my nose currently, but there's also several different TV shows and channels wanting me to come and present and, be the star in, and there's movies.
Can I say, that humble pie video you did, I thought was brilliant actually. I thought that was that proved you are a.
Well, what?
No one's ever the bigger man. You proved you were a big man.
You know what?
And it's nice to see big men being humble, and when you lose, shake a hand. And that was an important moment in our sport actually.
You know what?
You took it on the chin.
You know what?
On the chin.
Strongman.
Well,
if you come second, third, last in a strongman contest, people leave you alone. It's like all the attention's on the winner.
Yeah.
And what I found with boxing is, and if you notice this with people like AJ and especially AJ this last few years, if he loses a fight, have you noticed that
It's like his life's over.
It's horrendous, the negativity on social media, and I got exactly the same. Like, the negativity was insane. Honestly, I had to switch my phone off for 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not dealing with that.
Do you know what
shit.
I found that with in Strongman? When Brian comes second, it's like, oh, Brian's finished, come second.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone else comes second, it's a great.
Oh, yeah.
But because he's won it 4 times, he's come second, he's finished. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, so coming second's unbelievable.
He's still doing well.
Yeah.
Still did well this year.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, like, with boxing, it's like if you lose on the boxing world, if you lose, it's like like you say, it's like the career's done. Like, and the bombardment of hate was unreal. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to make a point here of it's just like losing a strongman contest. It's no different. I competed against a giant of a man. As much as I played it down, calling him skinny and whatever else, it was a ginormous man. I had the genitals to get in there and box one of the biggest men on the planet. And that's what I thought to myself, and I've got to accept. I thought to myself, for my kids, you've got to set the example for the young generation of how to act when you do lose a fight in the public domain. And I thought to myself, I'm going to do something about this because, it's hard losing something in life, in anything. It's hard losing a fight, but losing it in such a public domain. I thought to myself, I'm going to try and set an example here of how people should act. And have a little bit of a hit back at all those people that did hate in the comment section, because it's poor taste.
So they were dancing on your grave. It was horrible, man.
Yeah,
it was painful to watch.
Anybody who gets into a ring or a cage with another man like that, you've got to have something about you to do that.
Great
Even
respect.
at the lowest level there is.
And can I just say this as well? I thought it was a really good fight.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it in a weird way. I wasn't quite sure whether I ever wanted to see it, but when you both fought, crikey, the first round, you were looking good, Ed. You're looking real
first
good.
2
and
rounds.
then Hathor looked very like I guess he'd had almost more time, or he'd really gone for a traditional boxing background, while you look like a guy maybe going in there to do one job.
Listen, right.
I don't know. Go on, tell us.
I lost that fight when I blew my bicep off. Simple fact. That's the fact. As soon as my bicep rolled up, I hit the deck, I was punching the floor, and I lay on my back, and I just thought to myself, no matter what I do, it's going to take me a long time to recover. I was talking to a few pro boxers, and they said to me, like, in no world would a pro boxer detach a bicep and be back in the ring within 12 months. No one. It's just unheard of. And, I blew my bicep off, and straight away, it wasn't like, oh, you're okay. It's like, oh, when can we do the rematch? And I was just like, the pressure on me was insane.
And also, Hap thought it was just, let's be fair to him, he must have trained like hell. You know what I mean? He got all that weight off. He was fit. He moved
good.
well.
He
He
looked
looked great.
good.
He performed well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were fighting somebody who he's a monster of a man. You both are. You know what I mean? I thought it was good. I thought it was good how you both knuckled down.
Yeah.
You both got down to it. You both took it seriously.
To be fair, I reckon after seeing your right hand, have you ever thought of doing slap fighting?
It's funny you say that.
Terrifying, wouldn't it?
It's funny you say that because there's been offers from I can't say too much because it's all under wraps, but I've had some big offers from a federation to do that. I honestly think about that. I think it's a bit of a downgrade. Winning the world's strongest man, doing a big boxing match, and then I love watching the slap contest, but I'll only watch I'll watch the big bosses go against each other. I'll watch the big guys slap each other. Everyone else, I'm not really bothered. I feel like it's a little bit of a desperate career move.
The problem is
in a little way. I don't mean that offensively to all the guys.
You're touching the sell your
selling
soul.
your
The
soul.
problem is with that is if you're fighting, you got the skill element. But with that slap contest, you're going to get hit because you're going to put your face there. So it's yes, how hard can you slap?
You've got
You've got to be able to not get knocked out.
So I was asking about the rules and regulations on that. It's quite interesting, actually. So obviously you can't hit with the palm, so you can't, it's got to be a slap. It's got to be it's got to be in a certain position on the
four
face.
fingers, basically.
Yeah, so you get marked down if you hit high or too low or on the nose or on the back of the jaw.
The ear is what worries.
Yeah. Well, they put cotton in. You get marked down on that, but they
that'd be
also.
fine.
Makes it easy.
But get this. They also mark down the reaction, so you get points for reacting. So if you get hit and stumble a little bit, then come back, you got 4 points down. If you get hit and just smile at him, you get top marks for that. Wow. So it's a weird one. It's a real weird one.
Out, really?
You get 3 slaps each.
I had no idea.
3 slaps each, and if no one's knocked out, it's points. So it's who reacts and who.
Sorry, I thought he just went into.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's quite in a way. That's quite civilized.
In a little way, yeah. I'm contemplating it. I'm not saying no to it. I'm contemplating it.
Do you not want to know? I'd want to feel like I'd want my best pal who can hit hardest go right. Just hit me as hard as you can. Just see if you can knock me out first.
I mean, they do it. It looks so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Boom, and it's like the back. But yeah, when you put it that way, imagine me and you stood up now, and right, Daz, you ready? And me just as hard as I can.
I think we'll leave it. I think we'll just leave it.
I know. Yeah.
But it is true though, because I spoke to a professional boxer, in fact, a guy who was world champion, and he said to me, "You get knocked out when someone goes across. It's when your brain goes rattle.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
You can knock someone out with a slap.
Absolutely,
Easy.
Of course you can. So I guess you know this better than
the knockout. There's a nerve in the jaw, right? So that's why when you break someone's jaw, it sort of severs that nerve almost, and that's why the knockout's like a protection mechanism. So that nerve in the jaw, that's why that rattle. If you get someone on the chin, 9 times out of 10, you're going to knock them out. Yeah. So it's all about that nerve there. So that's what you got to be mindful of. So again, so like the slap contest, you got to lock that jaw and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Come on then, Daz.
Let's do it.
I think we better stop it there. It's getting carried away here.
Get some practice.
Anything else to add in?
Team show is November the 26th.
No one's here to help him.
No one's here
behind
to
the camera.
He's even looking in Liverpool in the M&S
Arena.
M&S Arena in Liverpool.
Is that the Marks and Spencer Arena?
Marks and Sparks
M&S
Arena.
Bank Arena. 26th.
It's the 26th of November. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. So and you're going to have a little dabble. You're going to come back and do a little event for us.
I'm looking forward to it.
You've got your team pick now, so that's going to be cool.
As long as they all agree.
Any message to Oberst?
Oberst. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's so many insults you can throw right now.
I'm actually dreading this, I'm dreading you and him being there together.
Oh, okay. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny. He's almost like a WWE wrestler, isn't he? Like a pro wrestler with the insult. He's actually, to be fair to him, he's got a good insult game. I'll give him that.
He has. Yeah. Have you seen him in his massive fur jacket recently?
He's a proper redneck.
He's such a redneck.
He's proud of it. You call him a redneck and he'll smile ear to ear like, thanks, man. I'll show you some photos in a minute because I've been on the road with him, and he is.
He's a highly intelligent man, though.
He's also a disgusting human being. Like they're a different breed out there.
I think he's a great guy. People love to hate him, though, don't they?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Even at the shows, he likes the boos and stuff like that.
I must admit, I've got an awful soft spot. I think he's a genius. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. He's a very talented man. But there we go. Anything else to add, chaps? Everyone happy?
No, I'm happy. Yeah.
If not, thank you very much, Eddie. It's brilliant to have you, mate.
Thank you. I'm ready to go to bed, to be honest. We've got the after party to get to.
And it's a toga party. Toga. So I keep telling everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.